Since you're a tour guide, what are some recommendations for activities that you can give here in or around Barcelona?
I would recommend three things. The first one,
Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
These are going to be some underrated places.
You have to go like once in your life. It's a very magical place.
If you like nature and spiritually,
I think it's one of the better beaches.
I walk all the way to the mountain, which is called...
I would say definitely go to
horse riding.
I recommend visiting Montserrat because it's a magical place. If you like nature and spiritually, if you're spiritually interested, if you're interested in energy and this kind of thing, that's a great place to go to, yeah. Well, you can visit La Moreneta, our Black Virgin, and there are hikes, there are tons of hikes that you can do there. You can visit La Creu de San Miquel, and also the area is really nice. Monistrol, which is the village down the mountain, is really nice too. So yeah, many things to do in there.
Me personally, for example, I'm going hiking to Tibidabo. Yeah, I'm going not from the Barcelona side, from the valley of Sant Cugat or Peu de Funicular, and also not necessarily Barcelona, because I wouldn't recommend the Barcelona beach, but yes, the other villages like I don't know, Premià, Vilassar, Castelldefels, to go just running by the beach. Yeah.
Do you have an activity recommendation here in or around Barcelona?
Okay, the first that I enjoy is horse riding. I do that with my family around once in every 2 weeks. And then also there is surfing during summer, skiing in Girona.
How do you find the horse riding place?
Through Google.
You just type in horse riding and there
Yes,
are different
and
options.
different options just came in.
Do you have any specific hiking place that you would recommend?
I go to the mountains close to Barcelona, 20 minutes to Barcelona. It's in between Vilafranca de Penedès and Tarragona. In between that, they have wonderful sceneries, and it's good for mountain climbing and picnics.
Yeah, I really like going to the beach in Badalona. It's super nice. I think it's one of the better beaches because it's further from Barcelona itself, but it's still accessible by the metro. And it's really nice because they also have bars, so you're able to get your food and your drink or whatever, and then you're still on the beach. But it's also a lot less crowded and less touristy. But yeah, the water is also cleaner, and yeah.
Do you have some activity recommendations, some fun stuff to do in or around Barcelona?
Yes, I would say see the Castellers, the Catalan Castellers, the human towers, amazing. Unique part of Catalan culture. I'd also recommend Moco Museum, not only because my son works there. The best thing to do in Barcelona is wander around and get lost. Wander around in the old town and get lost, like in Venice, you know.
I really love the Costa Brava in the north of Catalonia. Yeah, and it's easy to go because here from the El Arco del Triunfo, there is a train station there. The train is go beside the sea. The trip even is beautiful. Yeah, and the people there, the tourists mix it with the people from the town. They are not robberies. The people are really beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Generally walking around, getting a bicycle and exploring the sites. Barcelona has rich in terms of Gaudí houses, and you can walk around and see quite a few. You can go inside them, but otherwise the outside interior is pretty nice. There's always the beach. Do your research because, yeah, it's better if you go outside. The further up the coast you go, the better the beaches are. There's a lot of hiking as well. In the north of Barcelona, there's a lot of nature ground. So you can always take a train and just go for a little hike to sort of another train station 2-3 hours away and then come back. If it's in the winter, it's 3 hours away from Andorra, so you can go skiing, which is quite nice. Otherwise, stand-up paddleboarding in the water is just superb. Or getting a glass of vermouth and people watching in a bar somewhere is also quite fun.
One of the things I like the most is hiking. From here, I walk all the way to the mountain, which is called Collserola. It's about 3 kilometers to get to a road that's called Carretera de las Aguas, which is a road that if you look at the mountain, you can actually kind of see it. It's flat. And you can walk up there, or you can take the public transportation. You can take, it's called ferrocarrils, and then you can take the funicular. and get off halfway in the funicular of Vallvidrera, and then you're in that mountain road where you can just go for walks and hikes. There's a million trails. I also like going to Montjuïc, which is the mountain that's down by the sea, which is really fun also to go there. There's always something going on in the street. I mean, you get out and there's always like festival for this, festival for that. You know, aside from the beach and the mountain and all the other physical activities, I suggest going into the agenda and finding an activity. I like the beach in Ocata, it's very pretty, but you have to take the train for that.
Do you have an activity recommendation in or around Barcelona?
Oh, lots. I would say definitely go to Mount Tibidabo. The church there is beautiful, beautiful, must see. Beaches are beaches. I would say do try out the kayaking and snorkeling experience in Costa Brava. It's tiring but wonderful. You can go trekking in Montserrat. The Montjuïc castle is beautiful. Do visit that.
I would say that first you can check Meetup, or you can check even Instagram or Facebook to see more or less what you like, because sports, you can practice every sport you like. A lot of sports in the sea. Some people do paddle surf, some people do sailing, some people do windsurfing, some people do kayaking. You have like yoga, or you have like workout, or you have a group of people running, of people of skating, they do skating, people who meet to go to ski. But also you have clubs as the book club, but you have clubs that you want to talk about the universe, or you have clubs about the new technology items or like discoveries, and you have even like clubs that they practice and exchange languages. There you can go to do like riding horses. You have like a group of people who go to the mountain to hiking every weekend to go to one place. You have a lot of people also that they are into cooking, that they meet to cook different dishes, and after they eat it, and they are like ceramic. You can do arts and crafts. You can go to theater, you can go to dancing, you can go to singing classes, you can go to circus, acrobatics. Most of the people they meet in the parks, and most of these things are for free, and then you also have things that you can pay.
What I have done for my life is I joined an organization called Internations, and it's an organization for expats. They have chapters all over the world, and the Barcelona chapter is very active, and I joined it when I was here for 3 months, went to every event I could go to, and I made friends. They have hiking expeditions. They go to the beach. They do games and puzzles. You could join a gym, which be another one. There's a lot of gyms. There's activities to do that. Look at meetups. There's tons and tons of meetups with a lot of physical activity.
Do you have an activity recommendation in or around Barcelona?
Yes. Beyond the typical recommendations that you will be able to find, I think that giving yourself the chance to walk with no direction and explore the city streets, it's a good plan. If you like architecture, meeting people, finding new places, it's a good thing to do inside. Outside, I would recommend 3 things. The first one, there is a place called Montserrat. So Montserrat is a very good place to go, to have some excellent sights, to reflect, to feel relaxed, and to have some hikes. There are several routes over there, so it'll be a good plan for doing. The second one will be going to Tossa de Mar. It's an excellent place to be there, and although you can find different videos about what to do in Tossa, you have to be there to discover by yourself different things to do. And I'm referring specifically to some hikes that you cannot find on the webs. And the third thing that I would recommend is here, the government is covering. You can access to different towns nearby the area by train. And if you buy a frequent card and you do like at least 16 trips, the cost of the trips will be for free, and you have for a 4-month period.
So I love art and going to museums, stuff like this. So I like MACBA, which is the Museum of Art of Catalunya. So every Sunday after 3 is free, for example. Other days you pay an entrance, but it's big. They have a big rooftop with beautiful views. It's in Montjuïc, which is the highest part of Barcelona. All around this museum, they have many gardens that are free all year around, all week. They have a cactus museum around there. I also like going, I love Casa Batlló, but it's a pretty expensive entrance, but you have to go like once in your life. It's a very magical place. It looks like a fairy tale or something like this. And Parc de Ciutadella, which is a big one. They have a lake. You can go on a boat. You can do picnics there. It's free. There's also Caixa Cosmo, I think, is a museum. They have like a rainforest inside the museum. They have many species of fishes, an alligator, trees, birds. It's a scientific museum, science museum. It's great to go with kids, but it's also great to go for a first date. I went on dates there with my own partner. But yeah, it's a great place.
The whole city is like a big museum, so there's beautiful architecture here. You can visit all of the famous buildings designed and built by Antoni Gaudí. Those are museums these days. A lot of museums to visit, not just Antoni Gaudí buildings, but also Picasso Museum or different art galleries. There's the Montjuïc. There is the Olympic Stadium, what you can visit. Also, there is a beautiful place near the mountains. It's called Tibidabo. It's a nice church with even a fun park right in front of the church. It's a weird combination, but very nice, fun activity to do. You can go to hike in the Montserrat mountain. That's a beautiful monastery as well there. The monastery of Montserrat, where you can see the Black Madonna, very popular as well. Of course, the Sagrada Familia, the Park Güell, these are all, again, related to Antoni Gaudí. You could go to the Jewish quarter, the Gothic quarter, beautiful parks. There is the Arc de Triomphe. You can go to the Parc de la Ciutadella.
What would be your favorite beach here?
You can go to the next city or smaller town called Badalona. Badalona has very nice beaches as well, less crowded and wider, bigger. And also if you go, this is north from Barcelona, and if you go to south, there's a beautiful, a lot of kilometers long beach. It's called Castelldefels.
Number one, I would tell you to visit Sagrada Corazon. On Google Map, you can write the Secret Heart of Jesus. So it's located in Tibidabo. It has a Jesus statue and it's high up in the mountain. You get the whole view of Barcelona and the sea. And there is also an amusement park inside. If you have kids, you can take them, and food is there as well. If you like hiking, you can walk up to the place, or if you don't want to hike, you can take the S line, Ferroques, and then take the bus on top of the Tibidabo. Another I would say is to visit Bunkers del Karmel. So that is like another side of Barcelona, high up in the mountain. If you go up, you can see the whole view of Barcelona from another side of the city, and it's like very beautiful over there. Fresh air. A lot of people goes there hiking, picnic, drinking, barbecuing. And if you want to do, let's say, a family picnic, I would recommend you to go Park Ciutadella.